Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Today a little bit of a throwback video. We are in the first officer's seat of the mighty Queen of the Skies, the Boeing 747-8. We are descending towards Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey, where I will be landing in a couple of minutes. So, sink into serenity and embrace the experience. We are still north of New York and New Jersey and will be vectored for a GLS approach for runway 22 left. But what exactly is a GLS approach? I'm sure most of you know it already, but I'll try to give a little insight here. GLS stands for GBAS Landing System. GBAS is Ground-Based Augmentation System. It basically works by using satellites like GPS to know where the plane is. A ground station at the airport is there to fix small errors in the satellite signal, like caused by the atmosphere, for example. The airplane system combines both the signals and guides the plane to the runway with very high precision. It's more accurate than regular GPS and can even replace the ILS, Instrument Landing System. There are even tests taking place right now to even perform autoland, just based on the GLS. And Newark is one of the airports offering a GLS approach, and the Boeing 747-8 is able to fly a GLS approach, so let's do it. The airspace in the New York area is quite congested, as you might have heard. Lots of airports, lots of IFR and lots of VFR traffic, and all has to be handled by the air traffic controllers. So better pay attention what they tell you and adhere to the clearances very strictly. We are on a southeasterly track heading towards Manhattan before we have to turn right to intercept the final approach track for runway 22 left. Well, and this is Teterboro Airport. Maybe you can see the skyline a little bit. The visibility wasn't bad, but not crystal clear either. Now the MetLife Stadium comes inside too. Turning right now to intercept the final approach course runway 22 left. We use flaps 30 for the landing, as the runway is only 2,500 meters long. And that's not particularly short, but not particularly long either. The Boeing 747 has excellent brakes, but our landing weight was somewhere around 290 tons, and you need to slow them down and vacate the runway quickly. We are not the only airplane approaching Newark Airport, as you can imagine. And now enjoy the landing in real time. Only small corrections were needed to stay aligned with the center line. Wind was relatively calm, and the Boeing 747 is quite stable during approach. Runway 22 left has a significant displaced threshold, as you can see, but we aim for the real threshold a little further down. Overflying runway 29 now, and this is the displaced threshold. Here comes the real threshold, runway 22 left. And touchdown. Didn't waste any runway, but as I said earlier, we want to slow her down and vacate to the right as soon as practicable. During approach and landing preparation, we talk about which taxiway we use to vacate the runway. Today we plan to vacate via taxiway November. This is taxiway Papa 2, but still too fast, so let's take the next one to the right, which is November. Looks good. Now we're turning right onto taxiway Papa, taxi parallel to the runway, and then we hold short taxiway Golf, where we plan to cross runway 22 right, which is usually used for takeoffs. Now we're in between the two runways. You can see an aircraft landing on runway 22 left, and you can see an aircraft departing on runway 22 right. And holding short taxiway Golf now. Fast forward a little bit because we have to wait here quite long. Oh look, there's an airplane coming head on, a little Embraer. Will he be waiting for us? Or will we be waiting for him? Of course, the Queen of the Skies has the right of way. He is waiting for us. I'm sure those guys had a very nice view of the Queen while we were crossing runway 22 right. No clue what the image stabilizer of the camera was doing here. Sorry about that. This is actually a critical moment. We're about to cross an active runway which is used for takeoff. Are we absolutely sure we have clearance to cross? Did you hear any other aircraft being cleared for takeoff? And most importantly, stay alert and visually confirm the runway is clear before crossing. Even if it looks like we've already crossed the runway, remember, the Boeing 747 is almost 75 meters long. That means our tail is likely still on the runway, so we need to keep taxiing further to fully clear it. Our gate is to the left of the SAS aircraft, and we still need about 3.5 minutes to taxi into our position. We're taking it slow. The 747 is a large aircraft and space is tight for maneuvering. Of course, we want to avoid any risk of contact. I'll just keep it in real time so you can see just how carefully we're moving and how close we are to the ground equipment. It might look very close at some point, but rest assured, everything is within safe limits and the ground crew, including wing walkers, are there to guide us in. Okay, so let's start a left turn here. Now you can see the line which is guiding us in. It's parking stand number 62, so aiming for that one now. You can see the one wing walk on the left hand side and the other one of course is on the right hand side. We are now just taxiing on the line towards those containers there before we have to turn right. You could easily walk alongside us right now. We are basically moving at walking speed only. Remember, the nose gear is a couple of meters behind where we are sitting, so we need to keep going straight forward towards the containers before we make the right turn. There's a marshaller who will guide us when it's time to turn right. You can't see him yet because he's over on the right hand side of the aircraft. And finally, it's time to turn right. Looks like the image stabilizer can't quite keep up again. We are making a full right turn now. The nose gear is fully deflected and we are following the marshaller signs. Now you can see him. And now you can see the yellow line again. We need to be perfectly aligned with it before we come to a stop. Just follow the marshaller signs. Why is the marshaller walking further and further back? Well, if he stayed in one spot, we wouldn't be able to see him anymore. All because of the iconic nose of the 747 blocking the view. Slowly, we're almost there. Everything looks good so far. The wing walkers are happy, the marshaller is happy, and I'm also keeping an eye on the surroundings while the captain focuses on parking. In a moment you won't be able to see the marshaller anymore, but don't worry, the captain has had eyes on him the entire time, of course. He's even raising his arms up high because he knows it makes it easier for us to see him. Like I said, the captain still has the marshaller in sight, it's just the camera position, so no worries. And that's it, we've arrived and come to a full stop. I hope you had fun watching this video and enjoyed all the little explanations along the way. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments, I'm happy to answer. Thanks for watching and auf Wiedersehen!